What's up, J Fusion fans, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to talk about Emperor Yodon from Kiramager. So, what kind of character is he? Now, given the kind of character that Emperor Yodon is, I actually am going to talk about in this video by extension Yodonna because of some reason that I will explain later. So before we continue on, as always, I would like to remind everyone that these videos are not intended for viewers under 13, so please be advised. So as I was saying, Emperor Yodon. So he is the main bad guy and probably the final boss of Kiramager. So what's interesting is that he is very successful, having conquered Crystallia, and now he tries to target Earth next. But you know, I'm really not sure what kind of end goal he has for Earth. Um, is he going to conquer it? Is he going to destroy it completely? Well, yeah, that's a goal that I really haven't got the grip yet, I'm not sure what kind of end goal he has. Is it conquest or total destruction? I'm really not sure because it looks kind of vague, but nonetheless, he's targeting Earth next. And again, he has successfully either conquered or destroyed Crystallia, but whether he has done it to other worlds, planets, dimensions, or what have you, we don't know. We only see Crystallia, especially in the first episode, I believe. Especially in episode 0. So, it did prompt um, Mabushina to escape Crystallia a la Superman, but I guess we're going to find out in later episodes. So, one of the interesting things about Emperor Yodon is that he can switch between personalities. Now, uh, despite being, a powerful being, so to say, he cannot exist in this world. Now, for if you guys look at the past episodes of Kiramager, a lot of attempts, many attempts have been made in order to create a portal, a gateway for Emperor Yodon to enter. So, case in point, the first episode, so the Jamanju was trying to create a portal. So probably if it had been successful, they probably would have been able to summon Emperor Yodon again that early if it had been successful. But of course, the Kiramagers had foiled those kinds of plans over and over and over. And I believe there's also a connection, especially with Kuranchila's plans, like gathering negative energy in order to power that portal that would eventually open and bring Emperor Yodon into this Earth. But yeah, that's something that I've seen pretty much in a lot of Sentai's. Yeah. So for Emperor Yodon's abilities, well, of course, he is definitely powerful. A lot of energy blast probably, but his most defining feature. So, in order to exist in this world, he has a couple of masks attached right on his head. So, these masks can flip over, but he apparently can wear one at a time, and this results in him having a persona that is very much different from what he is. So the mask that Emperor Yodon typically wears is the one on his left, which when he wears summons Yodonna, or when he wears that mask, he becomes Yodonna. And what's interesting about Yodonna is when Yodonna exists, when Yodonna is around, like she doesn't even know that she is actually Emperor Yodon. What she just acts like she is a completely separate individual, and through the Yodon changer, Yodonna actually communicates with Emperor Yodon, like basically communicating with your boss. That's how it is. So Yodonna acts more like a general than an actual boss. So again, it is interesting how this separate persona acts like a completely separate entity when in truth, well, we can say that basically Yodonna and Emperor Yodon are one and the same. However, what recently, so Emperor Yodon actually wore the other side and turned into Shadow. Now, unlike Yodonna, Shadow is unaware that, or yeah, Yodonna is unaware that she is also Emperor Yodon, but Shadow, however, is aware. So you will know because uh, he also wears the Yodon changer. So yes, all three of them are one and the same. So I guess that is how Emperor Yodon exists in this world. Uh, Probably because he cannot fully sustain his actual, real form. So he resorts to either transforming into Yodonna or Shadow. And talking about Yodonna and Shadow, so what can they do? So what are their abilities? Again, apart from being Emperor Yodon. So Yodonna basically has the ability to power up the Pechats or even Jamenshi or Jamenju, but causing them to basically go berserk for most of the time. And Shadow is a sniper. I mean, Shadow has a sniper rifle, and true to his name, so Shadow can actually blend in with shadows. So any area that has a shadow, he will be able to use it. He will go through the shadow, and the next thing you know, he's behind you, or he is able to get away with it, making him a very dangerous enemy. However, with Tametomo's strategies, so the Kiramagers were able to defeat Shadow. And despite being a persona of Emperor Yodon, he is actually defeated completely in his first and probably only appearance. And this is evident when right after Shadow is defeated, the right mask immediately breaks. So guess he's not that strong of a general after all. But Yodona, I've seen tank powerful attacks. Like I believe Yodona has already been hit by the Kiraful Go arrow a couple of episodes prior to about 2 or 3 episodes prior to Shadow's appearance. So again, uh, those were kinds of attacks that would have destroyed any I think those were powerful enough to destroy Yodonna, but nonetheless, Yodonna tanked it and she still exists. So this is going to be interesting. So considering again with the with Shadow completely defeated the right mask is already destroyed, so we can say that Shadow is not coming back. But Yodonna, now, again, unlike Shadow, Yodonna is unaware, or rather, even though Yodonna is already told of this, I believe Yodonna still like couldn't wrap her mind around the fact that she is also Emperor Yodon. Again, because she acts completely, like a completely separate individual. Like, she doesn't have any memories, probably. Again, and anytime she transforms into Emperor Yodon, it just suddenly happens, like without her knowing. So she just suddenly becomes possessed. And you know, one particular idea that I have. So what could possibly happen to Yodonna is that she would either completely be absorbed by Emperor Yodon, like this persona of Yodonna will cease to exist, whether so okay, so possible scenarios. So, well, Yodonna is defeated and the mask is completely, broken. So the remaining mask. So once that happens, well, Emperor Yodon will no longer have the ability to assume a different persona, or uh, this may sound crazy, but again, uh, things can still happen at this point. Okay, everything is not final. We are still a couple months, about a couple months away from the final episode, so there's still a lot that could happen. So regarding Yodona, so because she acts on her own free will most of the time, unless Emperor Yodon's personality takes over. Then, in that case, like Yodona probably doesn't have any memories of what happened in between. So Yodona may still actually choose to break away and become like literally a physically separate persona through some kind of miracle, whether it is through the help of the Kiramagers, or probably Yodonna could will herself. I mean, Yodonna is kind of a pretty powerful being, so if she can muster enough strength to physically, like literally break away from Emperor Yodon, I guess she could still survive and live on as her own persona. So, what is interesting, however, is Yodona can actually do the opposite and become the more dominant persona and become the final boss, which is also very exciting, which is a very exciting idea because, you know, we haven't had a female main villain or villainess, if you would like to use that term. uh, we haven't had that in a very long time. Probably, the more prominent, like actual main villainesses, like Witch Bandora. So I think she's the last one that I can clearly remember. But yeah, like most of the Super Sentai like final bosses or main villains have been male. So again, having Yodonna as the final boss, like becoming the more dominant personality over Emperor Yodon is an interesting thought. So, what do you guys think? So please let me know in the comments. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JE Fusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!